Hi, my name is Tristan. I'm the inventor and mind behind SEO Stealth Analyzer. SEO Stealth Analyzer is an on-page SEO optimization program. What it does is it takes a snapshot of your web page, analyzes it, and gives feedback on metrics and analytics that we've got built into the application. By doing so, it can provide feedback and let you know what you need to work on or what's running well, where certain keywords and phrases exist throughout your web page, and what you need to fix or don't fix. So if you've got a few minutes, we'll run through the application, and if you've got any questions, send us an email or leave a comment below. Talk to you soon.
Hi folks, Tristan here again. So I've got SEO Stealth Analyzer open on the screen here. Just a quick browse through it. Up the top here we've got the URL, or we put in the URL of the website or the web page. Phrase to search for the phrase that we want to search on that page. You can leave this blank and we'll pick up the first keyword that it finds. And then down here we've got the different parts that it will look at and pick up on page. But what I'm going to do firstly is just click Analyze Page up here. So as we can see, it's come back. It's found the first keyword on the phrase, first keyword on the page, which is computer training. It's given it a rating of 5 out of 8. Good. And then in the side box over here, we've got the elements of the page that it actually exists in. So computer training exists in the title of the page, the keywords, the page body, and the bracket on the end here with the number inside is how many times. So it's 10 times on the page body. It exists in the H1 tag once, and it exists in 6 URLs on the page. So that phrase also gets broken down into by word to a maximum of 4 words. So here we've got computer training, title, keywords, description, page body, H1, URL, etc. And the same with training. So if we come back to phrase result here, we can click on the pie graph button. And then we can see that computer and training both got a rating of 6. And the same with column graph, they both get a rating of 6. So now on to that is all about the phrase, that part there. So that's where the phrase exists in the page in relation to all the elements. So remember a web page is made up of multiple elements. So over here is the overall results. So the title to content's 95%. Keyword to content 95, phrase to content 80, description to content 95, and the overall rating is 91. So basically if these values aren't on 100, that means you've got a problem with them in terms of there's content in there which doesn't match your content on the page. So you see this particularly on pages which have just been spammed with SEO in the keywords. They'll have a very bad rating here with the keyword to content and the keyword phrase to content. So the next straight up thing that we can look at and analyze on the page, or that the program analyzes on the page, is it tells us how many words we've got on the page. So we've currently got 881 words and we've got 284 unique words. With the actual word count of the page, you want at least 400. So this is green because it's over 400. If it was under 400, it'd be a red. So with any of these values in here, if they're red, it means they don't have the values that would be expected for on-page SEO optimization. If they're green, they're meeting the expected requirements. So this web page in particular, it's coming up red with 7 H1 tags. H1 tags you should, or heading tags, you should only have 1 H1 tag on the page. The H1 tag is more like the title of your book. There's no H2 tags on the page. URL count for this page is 89. You should definitely aim to have under 100 for the URL count of the page. Any more than that, and it's starting to get a bit spammy with URLs, and search engines don't like that. We've got 2 images on this page. There's one image with no alt tag optimization done on it. We've got one missing title word, one missing keyword word, 3 missing keyword phrases, and 1 word missing out of the description. Now those bottom ones there, when we say they're missing, they don't exist in the page content, and I'll take you through and I'll show you that in a second. So over here is the recommendations that the application gives straight away. So basically some of the images are missing alt tags. Search engines use these to tell you what your image is about, and so we should go through and fix those up later on. So keyword to URL, so our main keyword is not part of our URL. Generally for home pages you won't be able to include the keyword as part of URL unless you've got an exact match domain name, which is something else we'll talk about in another video. But for this one in particular, if you've got a page which is, for instance, smartlearn.com.au/page computer training, which they do have, then in that case your keyword is part of the URL, which is great in terms of search engine optimization. Your keyword is not part of your meta description, so they're not actually including computer training in their meta description, so they should definitely get that one sorted. They're using more than one H1 tag element on the page. As it says here, think of H1 tags as the title of a document, which is why over on the right hand side, H1s, we got 7. So that's in relation to that one. And this one here is saying your page does not have any H2 tags. You should consider implementing at least one. So H2 tags, they're a heading tag, but they're the next level down from H1s, and they're more like subheadings of your document. And this one here, search engines may ignore keywords after about 156 characters. There's currently 158. So that one's pretty borderline. That one could be ignored. So that's the brief stats and recommendations that the application is giving, and we'll just go in a bit further now and drill down into the information that it's giving back. So if we click on the page info tab, we can see the title for the web page, we can see the keywords for the web page, and we can also see the description for the web page. So if any of these boxes are coming up blank, you'll definitely get a recommendation on the home page to fix that, but if any of them are coming up blank, then you should definitely look at getting that fixed. So secondly, images. So this tab here gives you a list of all the images that the application finds on the page, and if you've got the value column blank here, then you need to then that means that that image is missing an alt tag, and in terms of search engine optimization, we need to look at getting that one fixed and getting an alt tag on that one. So to see which image it actually is, you can just scroll that across there, and then we can see it's the Facebook logo which is on the page. So the next one here is heading tags. So this is where I was talking about the H1. So this page basically just has all H1 tags, so you can see computer training, introduction to Word, Excel, certificate training, etc. So really all these here should be H2 tags, and we should just have the one H1 tag on that page. Coming across into our URLs, so we can see here's a list of all the URLs that we've got on the page, and the accompanying text for them on the left hand side. The last tab in this group is all meta tag info. You can find some interesting items in this one on either your site or other people's websites. And in this tag in particular, if you're running a WordPress site or Joomla or something like that, if you've got the generator element showing, which is actually a security risk, you'll see it in this list, and a recommendation will also come up on the recommendations page in regards to that. So that's the page info tab. So now onto the keyword density. So this tab here basically shows you all the keywords you're using on the web page. So we can see the keyword phrase count. So this is all our keywords that we've got on this page. So computer training, certificate training, email, Sunshine Coast, etc. And the number on the end is how many times they exist on the web page. So there's some nice little graphs on the side here. So you can click on pie graph, and it'll open up so you can see the visual relation of one keyword to the other keywords. And the same with column graph. So here we can see computer training is right up there, certificate training is on 6, and so on and so forth. The next tab, and possibly the most important tab, is missing metadata. So this tab here basically tells you where you're missing elements, what elements you're missing, in your keywords and your title and description, etc. So what words you've got in those elements that don't actually exist on your page content. So here we've got missing title words. That's computer, and it's obviously spelt wrong. That's why it's coming up as missing. Missing keywords, beginners. Missing keyword phrases, MyOp course, introduction to computers, beginners. And missing description words, diplomas. So basically all those words exist in the meta tags. So we're using them in the meta tags, but they don't exist in the actual page content. So we need to get those words sorted out so they're in the actual page content. So the second last tab is unique words. And so that basically tells you all the words that you're using on the website. And so training is 42, certificate 15, more 15, etc. And then all the way down to convenience, building on, locals, etc. And then the word density tab. So word density, you want to be aiming for between 3 and 5% for your word density for your keywords that you're trying to target. So training is 5.21, certificates 1.85, and as we come down, business 1.27, computer 1.27. So training is on target, but some of our other words aren't quite on target, so they could definitely be improved on. So over on the right hand side here we've got site URL list, index site, pages to index. What this will do is it'll look at the web page that you're going through that you've got in the URL list, and you click index site and it will go through and index those pages. So when that's finished you'll get a little pop-up which will say site indexing is finished with a nice little smiley on the end there. And then you can see on the right hand side a quick snapshot. The rating here is basically the overall rating. So as it's going through and pulling out all the pages, it'll rate those pages for SEO based on this stuff here in relation to page content. So you can see the home page 91, computer training 83, etc, etc. So this site index tool is very great because it gives you a quick analysis of 10 pages out of the website. Bear in mind the higher you put that pages to index, the longer it'll take to go through the site and pick it all out and give you feedback on. So once you've got a list of these pages through your site, instead of having to plonk it up the top there, you can just click on the page and then click Analyze Page, and it'll go through and analyze and give you feedback and tell you what stuff you need to improve on or to make it better. A neat little feature that we just added in recently is the search engine check. So basically you can come up here, set your search engine, your phrase, and I'm just going to pinpoint this phrase down so it's a little bit more specific, and I'm going to click check results. So if you were to go to google.com.au and put in Sunshine Coast computer training, these would be the top 20 results that you'd get. So we can see our website, smartlearn.com.au, is in 3rd and 4th place at the moment for that exact phrase. So with those results, we can do an export results to CSV, which you can then open up in Excel and look at all the descriptions people are using. You can also just click through them on the list. Or if you'd like to look at somebody else's website or page and see what they're doing, you can right click and analyze page. Or you can right click and view page. And that'll open it up in your website browser. You can also click export results to HTML. And that'll give you a little web page like this, which has got the position, the URL, the title of the page, and of course the description, and whether it found a match for your URL. Up the top here, we've got analyzed cache. So I'm just going to double click on home in the list here. So we go back to home, and I'm just going to change computer training to certificate training. So if I click analyze cached on that, instead of going out and fetching the web page again, analyze cache just reanalyzes the page for your search result on your for the search on your phrase result here. You can also Google the site. And it'll tell you where that page exists, how many links exist in Google for your website. And you can also check Google backlinks. And that will show you how many backlinks you have for that particular page. So if we get rid of home.asp out of that, we do another check, there we go. So you can see, so we got about 10 results per page, about 6 pages, so we got about 60 backlinks, so that could probably be improved on. So that's roughly a quick show and tell of SEO Stealth Analyzer. And we'll be doing some more in-depth videos in the future, but hopefully that one gets you up to speed on how SEO Stealth Analyzer can help optimize your on-page SEO.